Hello, Ben. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Catherine. How are you?
Great. So, we're sitting down today to just ask you a few questions about you and give us more insight into you and your background and part of why you started the Skinny.
Awesome. Excited to do it.
Yes. So, first, what I loved hearing about when I found out that from your dad, I found out that you're starting a company together and he's starting it with his son, Ben. That was really wonderful to hear. And then it was awesome to get to know you better. And I know that you're one of four siblings, four children of Dan's, and that you are the one with the entrepreneurial bug. So tell us more because I know that is your dad kind of in a long line of entrepreneurs? Give us your
So
family background with that.
yeah, my grandpa, my dad's dad, is an entrepreneur. He was in the truck brokerage business, sold that. And I believe my great grandpa was in as well, laying gravel driveways in Iowa. So it runs in the family for sure. And for some reason, out of my siblings, I was the one that got it. One of my sisters, she's a hustler, and I'd say she's entrepreneurial as well, but her passion for teaching just was a lot stronger than her entrepreneurial passion.
Hmm. Both are so admirable and impressive. And
Absolutely.
I don't think everybody knows about your dad's background. So can you give us a little window into that? Because he's a serial entrepreneur. So what has his business experience been up till this point?
I think it'd be easier to answer what hasn't he done.
Okay.
He started, I think, when he was 19 in college at Iowa State. He opened up a bar. So, of course, as a college kid, that's a dream come true, king of the campus. By the time he graduated, I think he had 5 bars. He had something called the Keg Mobile where they drove around and sold kegs. So, I'm guessing top tier college experience that can't be beat. But that really started a passion uh, in the food and beverage industry for him.
Hmm.
He moved to the Chicago area and started a restaurant with my mom's brother. And I, I don't know how many restaurants he had at one time. Some he owned, some he managed. Did that for a long time.
Hmm.
The one he had here in our hometown of Palatine actually sold before 2007, 2008. So pretty good timing on that before everything went haywire. And after that, he went into management, property management of golf clubs and country clubs. Had 130 country clubs across the country, 32, 36 states, something like that. And then as he's doing those as his main business, he had tons of things on the side from payment processing business, salt mines, just such a huge range of different things that don't seem connected at all, but he had his little fingers in all of them.
And now he's starting a publishing platform
Yep.
with you. Just to add more flavor to the already robust variety of different flavors.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
exactly.
Cool. And you have dabbled in startups already yourself and have had a number or one or two other ventures you
Yep.
began or attempted. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah. So I've been interested in starting a business my whole life. When I was a kid, I would start a leaf raking business. One fall, I spent the whole fall preparing stuff, making marketing materials, and was so into it. But by the time I was like, okay, I'm ready to start this, I've done everything. It was winter time, so
Yeah,
passed me by. And
just the
then,
leaves. Yeah.
yeah, and then as with many kids, I totally forgot about it by the next year. Uh, then I'd say I really started fully committing to it when I went to college. I went to Iowa State to follow in my dad's footsteps. And my freshman year was when COVID hit. So I was there for a semester and 1 or 2 months before COVID started.
Mm-hmm.
and school shut down, and online school was not for me at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I totally lost focus, lost interest in it, and I actually stayed in Iowa to start my first business where we were working with the state of Iowa to put 5G and IoT connectivity in rural places. I
Wow.
I found this other startup that I partnered with that manufactured those type of devices, um, and we were looking to get a grant to do a pilot project in one of the Iowa counties, and we were competing with the likes of T-Mobile and some of these big companies to do similar projects. And of course, COVID was going on in the background of all of this, and uh, our projected costs from when we started to 2 months later tripled in that time because of
Mm-hmm.
all the inflation, the wait times for everything,
Mm-hmm.
and it just was in the business sense, a complete failure. But all the experience I gained from that was huge. Talking with government officials, talking with local businesses about it, gain help from the university. It was a phenomenal experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like very on point with something that's very needed and valuable,
Yeah.
bringing like 5G high speed internet to the rural counties.
Yeah. The statistics the state gave us was that 50% of manufacturing in Iowa does not have modern connectivity, which is defined as gigabit internet or 5G. So, huge market for it as well. And then on top of it, just the need for everyone's doing online school at that point, too, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
huge need on that side of things. And just overall, and it's being built out now by T-Mobile, I think, won the state contract. So it's going to be a huge plus to all those communities.
Well, speaking from myself, my mom and dad just moved from rural Michigan and they still don't have the internet either. They're just
Yeah,
operating off of a phone plan with, a lot of data. So
yeah, and that's
it's
how it works in
a
a
real
lot of
thing.
those places.
Yeah. Yeah. It's incredible. Well, thank you so much, Ben, for giving us a little insight into the entrepreneurial history of your family and your own obvious entrepreneurial spirit. And
Happy to share.
it's pretty exciting. It's wonderful to be partnered with you and Dan.
Love to work with you as well.
All right. Talk soon.